Away it goes, good shoot. Mo'unga out Jordan, sprinting onto it, gets a nice ball away. Whainga Nuku. Oh, good tackle made by Alex Nankivell, but they're just 5 metres from the line. Here come the Crusaders, and Mo'unga is it.
It's been 6 long years since there has been a Super Rugby champion other than the Crusaders, and most would tell you it's because of this man. Scott Robertson has created one of the most well-oiled attacking machines on a rugby pitch in living memory. Today, we'll be looking at how that might translate into the 2024 All Blacks team. We'll start with the attack. The Crusaders played with a 1-3-3-1 structure on attack, with their primary philosophy being speed, even if this speed comes with risk. What surprised me is just how willing the Crusaders were at offloading the ball during contact. This creates a lot of chaos in the defense, which they can exploit. They also had an exceptional counter-attack that could match even the best international teams. The All Blacks already have amazing depth at the back three, and Robertson's focus on this area will no doubt elevate it even more. On defense, they have a more moderate approach when it comes to line speed. They don't typically shoot up from the outside like the Springboks do. This allows the connections between defenders to stay stronger for longer. Another aspect that stood out to me during my analysis was their focus on competing at the breakdown. First, they didn't make as many double tackles as other teams, and only when necessary to stop momentum. Second, they preferred to tackle low to get the ball to the ground as fast as possible. At this point, their jacklers would compete ferociously at the breakdown to get the turnover or to slow down the attack. The All Blacks took a similar approach under Ian Foster, just not quite at the same level. Let's look at the current systems the All Blacks already have and that Razor can work with. First, the All Blacks have the best lineout in the world bar none, and I seriously doubt that he would take away this focus. The second is that the All Blacks have an immense treasure trove of good kickers, and that the current system is to kick more territorially rather than shorter pressure-based kicks. I think this system is more likely to change. However, it was such a massive boon for them during the World Cup that I think it's still fairly unlikely. So, let's put some of this together and try to make some predictions on which systems will stay and which will change. I think it's possible that we see a change from the more internationally common 1-3-2-2 structure to a 1-3-3-1 structure. I think that there could also be a greater emphasis on attacking from the backfield when there is a chance. The All Blacks under Fozzie try to push teams back as much as they can with kicks, and I wouldn't be surprised if this mindset changed. I do think that the current defensive systems are really solid for the All Blacks, so I don't foresee a lot of changes here. I do think that there will be a bit more competition for the ball at the breakdown, with a mindset of launching counter-attacks if they win the turnover. I do think that the set piece will stay virtually the same, with a lot of strong line-out strike moves. With New Zealand's young front row maturing and gaining more experience, it's not unlikely that the scrum will be the strongest part of their game. Overall, I think the biggest difference will be the risk taken. I think that next year's All Blacks will be more likely to attack from risky situations, and I think we should get ready for some absolutely beautiful tries in the next World Cup cycle. I also think that come the next World Cup, this will be one of the most well-rounded teams in rugby. Of course, rugby is a very complicated sport, and every team has many weaknesses to exploit, but I think this All Blacks team will have less than most. Thank you for watching. I'm planning on covering the Rugby Championship next year, as well as some Super Rugby games. So if you'd like to see more, then please consider liking and subscribing. See you next time.